The rise, fall, and return of one of the most controversial figures in modern history. The story of Donald Trump is unlike any other in modern history. It's a journey that moves through wealth, failure, fame, and power, blending business ambition with media mastery and political disruption. From a young boy in New York to one of the most recognized names in the world, Trump's life is a story of relentless drive, calculated risk, and constant reinvention. Early life, growing up in New York. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in New York City, into a family already rooted in real estate success. His father, Fred Trump, was a well-established developer specializing in middle-income housing, while his mother, Anne MacLeod Trump, brought a disciplined, traditional influence to the household. As a child, Trump was known for his high energy and assertive personality. Concerned about his behavior, his parents enrolled him at the New York Military Academy at the age of 13. This decision proved pivotal. The structured environment helped channel his competitiveness into leadership, discipline, and ambition, traits would define his future. Entering the world of business. After attending the University of Pennsylvania, Trump joined his father's real estate business. However, he quickly set his sights beyond Brooklyn and Queens. His ambition was focused on Manhattan, the heart of high-stakes real estate. One of his first major projects was the redevelopment of the Commodore Hotel. Transforming it into the Grand Hyatt, Trump demonstrated his ability to negotiate complex deals and turn struggling properties into profitable ventures. This success marked the beginning of his transformation from a developer working under his father's legacy into an independent businessman with a vision of his own. Building the Trump brand. Trump's next move was not just about building properties, it was about building a name. The construction of Trump Tower in the 1980s became a symbol of luxury and ambition. With its gold interiors and prime location, it wasn't just a building, it was a statement. During this time, Trump mastered something many business people overlook: personal branding. His name became synonymous with wealth, success, and luxury. He appeared regularly in media, interviews, and magazines, cultivating a larger-than-life persona. Wealth, fame, and the high life. By the late 1980s, Trump was one of the most recognizable businessmen in America. He expanded aggressively, particularly in Atlantic City, where he invested heavily in casinos. He also owned the New Jersey Generals and lived a lifestyle that captured public attention: private jets, luxury estates, and constant media coverage. At this point, Trump wasn't just wealthy. He had become a cultural figure, representing the bold, flashy side of American capitalism. The downfall, financial crisis, and bankruptcy. However, rapid expansion came with significant risk. In the early 1990s, Trump's empire faced serious financial trouble. His casino businesses struggled and debt mounted into the billions. Trump went through multiple corporate bankruptcies, and for a time, his financial future seemed uncertain. Yet what stood out during this period was his ability to survive. Through restructuring deals and negotiations with lenders, he managed to stabilize his situation. While many would have disappeared from the spotlight, Trump remained visible and determined to rebuild. The comeback, reinventing through television. In 2004, Trump made a major comeback, this time through television. He became the face of the hit reality show The Apprentice, where contestants competed for a job in his organization. This show introduced him to a new generation and reshaped his public image. His catchphrase, "You're fired," became instantly iconic. This phase of his life demonstrated his ability to adapt. He wasn't just a businessman anymore, he was an entertainer and media personality, once again at the center of public attention. Entering politics, a disruptive campaign. In 2015, Trump announced his candidacy for President of the United States. The decision was met with skepticism by many political analysts and media outlets. However, his campaign strategy broke traditional norms. He communicated directly with voters, used bold messaging, and positioned himself as an outsider challenging the political establishment. Against expectations, he gained massive support. Presidency, a new kind of leadership. In 2016, Donald Trump was elected as the 45th President of the United States. His presidency focused on policies such as tax reform, immigration control, and an America First approach to international relations. His administration also dealt with major global events, including trade tensions with China and diplomatic engagement with Kim Jong-un. One of the most significant challenges during his presidency was the COVID-19, which impacted countries around the world. Trump's leadership style drew strong reactions. Supporters praised his directness and policy focus, while critics raised concerns about his approach and rhetoric. The 2020 election and its aftermath. In 2020, Trump ran for re-election but was defeated by Joe Biden. The period following the election was marked by political tension and widespread debate. A key moment came with the January 6th Capitol riot, which became one of the most significant and controversial events in recent U.S. history. Return and continuing influence. Despite leaving office, Trump remained a central figure in American politics. He continued to hold rallies, influence public discourse, and maintain a strong base of supporters. In a historic development, he returned to the presidency, becoming both the 45th and 47th President of the United States, an achievement that further solidified his unique place in political history. Legacy, a story still being written. Donald Trump's life cannot be defined by a single role. He has been a businessman, a television personality, and a political leader. His journey reflects resilience, controversy, and transformation. Whether viewed as a disruptor or a polarizing figure, his impact on business, media, and politics is undeniable. And perhaps what makes his story most compelling is this: it isn't over yet.